Hello my viewers, in this lesson we are going to learn about the surface area and volume of a cone. Now, the surface area of a cone is obtained by calculating the area of the circular base. This circle right here, calculate the area of the circular base. Then we also calculate the area of this curved surface, this cross section here. Add the two together to get the surface area of a cone. How do we do that? Let me remove all these lines here. The surface area of a cone, SA of cone, is equal to area of circular base plus area of this cross section here, curved surface. We call it curved surface. And area of a circle we know is pi r squared. Area of this curved surface is pi rl, where L is this height here, cross slant height. So L is equal to slant height of the cone, the height that is in slanted position. This is perpendicular height, this is slant height. So pi r squared plus pi rl will give you the surface area of a cone. While volume, on the other hand, from our previous lesson we learned volume of a pyramid. A cone is also a pyramid. And to get the volume of a pyramid, we multiply the area of the base by the perpendicular height. 1/3 of the area of the base multiplied by the perpendicular height to give you the volume of any pyramid. So cone being an example of a pyramid, the volume will be 1/3 multiplied by base area, as the area of the circular base, multiplied by the perpendicular height. This symbol here stands for perpendicular height. And the base is a circle. We know area of a circle to be pi r squared. So volume of a cone therefore is 1/3 pi r squared times the perpendicular height, which is h here, times h. So that is how to get the volume of a cone. So using that, we can answer this question we have here. Let me shift them so I have enough board to work with. Okay, let's label it A, B, and C. Let me call this A, B, and I call this C. Let's work on this A, B, C first before we move on. So for A, the question says calculate the surface area and volume of each of the following cones. So A, the surface area SA is pi r squared plus pi rl. Here we know, okay, both of them are given, but no, the vertical height or the perpendicular height is not given. Okay, so when we come to volume we'll do that. So let's get the surface area first. So for surface area here will be pi is a constant. The approximate value is 3.142 times the radius here is 2 inches, so 2 square, plus pi again 3.142 times the radius again, which is 2, and then the slant height is 7 in this case, times 7. So 3.142 times 2 square, 2 square is 4. So let's put that into calculator. 3.142 multiplied by 4 will give us 12.6 approximately. 12.6 plus 3.142 times 14, 2 times 7, that's 14. 3.142 times 14 is 43.98. 43.98 approximately, or 99 rather. Let me round the other 8 behind. So add that to 12.6 plus 12.6. That is 56.6 approximately. 56.6 inches square is the surface area of this cone. The volume V is 1 over 3 pi r square h. Here the h is not given, so we need to calculate it first. This h here, this line is not given, so let's call it h. We can use Pythagoras to get that. Of course, this is 7 inches, this place is 7 inches. So if we apply Pythagoras there, we have h square is equal to 7 square minus 2 square, which is 49 minus 4, and that is 45. Therefore, h will be square root of 45, and square root of 45 is 6.7 approximately. 6.7 is the height of that cone. So we can use that now to get the volume. V is 1 over 3 pi r square h. So putting that into the formula, V therefore is 1 over 3 times pi is 3.142 approximate value, times the radius of the cone is 2 inches. 2 inches square, times the height, which is 6.7. 6.7. Let's plug this into the calculator. 3.142 multiplied by 2 square here is 4, then multiplied by 6.7 equal to, divided by this 3 here, divided by 3. Divided by 3 is 28.1 approximately. So the volume of this cone is 28.1 inches cube. That is that for question A. And let's move on to question B. Question B, let's get the surface area first. I think I need to adjust this board so I have enough space to work with. I mean, shift some of this in down. Shift this one down. Also shift this one down. Okay, so B, for B, the surface area SA is pi r squared plus pi rl. That is 3.142 multiplied by the radius here is 9, the 9 square plus pi rl 3.142 times radius 9 times the slant height, which is 11 in this case, times 11. 9 square is 81. 81 times 3.142. 142 times 81. That is 254.5. I have 254.5 plus 3.142 times 9 times 11. 3.142 times 9 times 11 is 311.1. 311.1 approximately. Let's add them up. So this plus 254.5, 254.5. That is 565.6. 565.6 approximately. 65.6 inches square. As is it inches feet, not inches. Feet. 565.6 feet square. That is the surface area of that cone. The volume V is 1/3 pi r square h. But h is not given, so let's calculate it first. I'll drop a perpendicular there, which will form the height of the cone. The height h. Using Pythagoras, of course, here 2 is 11. So if you apply Pythagoras theorem, you can get h here. H square is equal to 11 square minus 9 square. 11 square is 121. 9 is 81. So 121 minus 81. 40. So h will be square root of 40. Square root of 40 is 6.3 approximately. 6.3. So if h is 6.3, you can now get the volume V. V therefore is 1/3 times pi 3.142 times r, which is the radius. The radius is 9. 9 times the height 6.3. 6.3. 3 here 1, 3 here 3. Let's plug in this number into calculator. 3.142. 3.142 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 6.3. That is 59.4 approximately. 59.4. What is the unit? Feet cube. So feet cube is a unit of that. Then lastly, on question C, on this template, again, let's create some space to work that. Okay, question C, the radius is 5 yards and the slant height is 10 yards. 5 yards and 10 yards. Question C right there. Surface area SA is pi r square plus pi rl. That is 3.142 multiplied by the radius, which is 5, so 5 square, then plus 3.142 multiplied by radius again 5, multiplied by the slant height, which is 10. So multiply by 10 right there. That will be 3.142 times 25, since 5 square is 25. 3.142 multiplied by 25 is 78.55. 78.55 plus 3.142 times, okay, 10 times 5 is 50. So let's do a shortcut there. 3.142 multiplied by 50 is 157.1. 157.1 adding to 78.55. That is 235.7 approximately. 235.7. What is the unit? Unit is yard. Yard square. That is the surface area of that cone. To get the volume, we need to know the height first. So if I draw a line like this line is a height h. Apply Pythagoras theorem to get the value of h. This is a right angle triangle. I'll have h square equal to 10 square minus 5 square 10 square minus 5 square. 10 square is 100, 5 square is 25, and that is 75. H therefore is square root of 75, and square root of 75 is 8.7 approximately, 8.7. Therefore, the volume of this cone P, which is 1 over 3 pi r square h, will be 1 over 3 times 3.142 times r. What is the radius of the cone? 5. 5 square times the height, which we just calculated to be 8.7. So let's plug that into calculator. 8.7 is still here in the calculator. Let me use that long value of it. 5 square is 25 times 25 times 3.142, 3.142, then divided by 3 is 3 right here. And that gives us 680.3 approximately. 680.3 yard cube is the volume of this cone. And that is that for this first set of questions. Let's move on to the other ones here. Okay, let me create more space on the board. Okay, so again, let me label this. On the first set of labeling, stop at C. Let me call this one D. Let me call this E. And let me call this F. So for D, the surface area SA is equal to pi r square plus pi r L. And pi is a constant, which is 3.142 times the radius of this. The radius is 3 inches. 3 square plus the slant height is 9. I have 3.142 times the radius again, which is 3, times the slant height, which is 9, right here. So let's put that into a calculator. We have a 3 square there, which is 9. 9 times 3.142 multiplied by 9. Oh, no, let me clear that. There's something on the memory. Clear everything. 3.142 times 9. 28.3 approximately. I have 28.3 of 28.3 plus 3.142 times 27. 3 times 9, that is 27. 3.142 times 27 is 84.8 approximately. 84.8. Now add up these two numbers together, plus 23.28 rather. 28.3. 113.1. 113.1. What is the unit? Unit is inches. Inches square is the surface area of that cone. And the volume, for us to get the volume, we need to know the height here. So height h square applied Pythagoras is 9 square minus 3 square. 9 square minus 3 square, which is 81 minus 9. And 81 minus 9 will be 72. H therefore is square root of 72. Square root of 72 is 8.5 approximately. So having the height, you can get the volume V is 1 over 3 pi r square h, which is 1 over 3 times 3.142 times the radius. What was the radius? The radius is 3 inches. 3 times the height, which is 8.5 right there. 8.5. So let's plug that into calculator. I have 8.5, which is the number right here inside the calculator already. Multiply by 3 and multiply by 3.142 equal to 79.98, then divided by 3, this 3 right here, 26.7 approximately, 26.7 inches cube is the volume of this cone D. Let's move on to the next one, which is E. Let me manage this place for E. For E, surface area by R squared plus by RL. That is 3.142 times, excuse me, the radius is 7. So 7 squared plus 3.142 times, again the radius is 7, times the slant height, which is 11 right there, 11. And that will be 3.142 times 49. 7 squared is 49. 49 times 3.142 is 153.96. 153.96 plus 3.142 times 77. 7 times 11 is 77. 3.142 times 77 is 241.9 approximately. 241.9. Okay, I have 2 decimal places here, so let me round that to 2 decimal places too. 93. And let me add up the two numbers to plus 153.96. That gives me 395.9 approximately. 395.9. 395.9 inches cube is the volume of, oh no, we are still in surface area, not volume yet. Surface area is supposed to be inches square. So 0.9 inches square. Inches square. Now the volume V is 1 over 3 pi r squared h. And then h is not given, so we need to calculate it first. H squared is equal to 11 square, applying Pythagoras theorem there. 11 square minus 7 square, which is 121 minus 49. And 121 minus 49 is, that is minus, not 121 minus 49 equal to 72. So h square is equal to that, which implies h will be square root of 72. Square root of 72 is 8.5 approximately. 8.5. So with that, you can get the volume of the cone. The volume is 1 over 3 pi r squared h. So V therefore 1 over 3 times pi is 3.142 times the radius of the cone. Radius is 7. 7 square times the height, which we calculated to be 8.5. That would be 7 square is 49. So 8.5, which is still here in my calculator, times 49 times 3.142 equal to 1306.4, then divided by 3. 435.5, approximately 435.5 inches cubed is the volume of this cone. That is that for E. Let's move on to F. To do F, let's create some space in the board. Rather. Okay, I have F. Okay, for F, the surface area SA is pi r square plus pi RL, and pi is 3.142 times the radius of the cone, which is 15 right there, 15 square, plus 3.142 times 15 times the slant height, which is 20. That will be 15 square is 225 also. Yes, 225 multiplied by 3.142. 706.95. 706.95 plus 3.142 times 15 times 20. 3.142 times 15 times 20 equal to 942.6. 942.6. Let's add up the number. Plus 706.95 equal to 1649.6, approximately 1649.6 yard square is the surface area of this cone. Now, the volume V is 1/3 pi r square h. But we don't know h. Using Pythagoras, h is equal to 20 square minus 15 square. 20 square minus 15 square, which is 400 minus 225. 400 minus 225 minus 225 is 175. So if this is supposed to be h squared, h will be square root of 175. And square root of 175 is 13.2, approximately. 13.2 is the height of this cone. Therefore, the volume V, which is 1/3 pi r square h, will be 1/3 pi r square h is 1/3 times 3.142 times the radius. What was the radius? The radius is 15 times 15 square rather, 10 times height, which is 13.2. That will be 15 square is 225. 225 times 13.2. 225 times 13.2, and then divided by 3. Divided by 3. Sorry, let me redo that again. 225 multiplied by 13.2 divided by 3. Or no, multiplied by 3.142, then divided by 3 is 3,110.6. 3,110.6. What is the unit? Yard cube. That is that for question F. Then let's move to the final one. I stop at F there. So let me call this one G. Let's call this G. G, H, and then I. Yes. Okay, for G, the surface area. G, surface area is pi r squared plus pi r l. That will be, okay, there the radius is not given, so let's calculate that first. So r squared, apply Pythagoras here. If I apply Pythagoras in this triangle here, r squared will be 16 square minus 11 square. 16 square minus 11 square. And 16 square is 256. 256 minus 121, that is 11 square, minus 121, 135. So r is square root of 135. And square root of 135 is 11.6 approximately. So the radius of this cone is 11.6. With that, you can calculate the surface area, which is pi r square 3.142 times the radius, which is 11.6 square, then plus pi rl 3.142 times the radius 11.6 times the slant height, which is 16 times 16. Let's put that into a calculator. 11.6 square. 11.6 square will be 135. 135 times 3.142 is 424.2. 424.2 approximately, plus 3.142 times 11.6 times 16 is 583.2. 583.2 approximately. And let's add up this number together, plus 424.2, 1007.4 approximately. 1007.4. What is the unit? The unit of F is G, rather is inches. Okay, so inches square as the surface area. Volume, let's do volume here. Volume is 1/3 pi r square h. That is 1/3 times pi, there is 3.142. And the radius r, we calculated it to be 11.6. 11.6 square times the height, which is 11 inches there, times 11. Let's put that into a calculator. 11.6 square, 134.6 approximately, then multiply by this 11. 11 multiplied by 3.142, 142 equal to that, then divided by these 3 right here. 1550.2, 1550.2 inches cubed is the volume of that cone. That is that for G. Now let's look at H. For H, the diameter is given. The diameter of the circular base is given. To get the radius is diameter divided by 2. So based on H, let's do that right here. Radius is diameter divided by 2, and the diameter there is 26. So 26 divided by 2 is 13. So with that, we can get the surface area. The surface area, we know that is pi r square plus pi RL, which is 3.142 times the radius is here 13, so 13 square plus 3.142 this side now times the radius 13 times the slant height. Okay, here the slant height is not given, so we need to calculate that. So I'm going to divide this into 2 here, and then here, let's call it L. Excuse me. So using Pythagoras there, L square is equal to 8 square plus this side, which is 13, half of the diameter, 13 square. And 8 square is 64, 13 square is 169. The 64 plus 169, 64 plus 169 is 233. 233. Therefore, the slant height L will be square root of 233, and square root of 233 is 15.3 approximately. 15.3. So here the slant height is 15.3. So let's put that into our calculator. 3.142 times 13 squared. 13 square is 169. 13 square 169, then multiply by 3.142. 3.142. 530.998. 530.998 plus 3.142 times 13 times 15.3 is 624.94. 624.94. I have 3 decimal places here, so let me 944. Okay, plus 530.998 equal to 1155.9. 1155.9 inches. Is it inches or what is the unit? Feet. It's supposed to be feet. Feet square. And that's for the surface area. Now let's look at the volume. Volume V is 1/3 pi r squared h, which is 1/3 times pi is 3.142, and r, the radius, is half of 26, which is 13. 13 squared times the height h, which is 8. Plugging that into calculator, 13 squared is 169 times 8. 169 times 8 times 3.142, and divided by 3. 1415.99. 1415.99 feet cube as the volume of that cone. Then the last one, I, let me copy this and bring it down. And paste it here. Okay, for I, again, the radius is not given, so we need to calculate it first. The radius right here, applying Pythagoras theorem to this triangle, r square is equal to 18 square minus 22 square. And 18 square is 18 square 324 minus 22 square. That is cube by brethren. 22 square. 484. 484. What did I do? Oh, I'm supposed to do the reverse. Sorry. Let's redo that. I cannot take square root of a negative number. Okay. Oof, missing is not deleting. Okay, let's redo that. R square is equal to 22 square minus 18 square. And the values here are actually not well arranged. This is the hypotenuse of this triangle. Is supposed to be the 22. This is supposed to be 18. So 22 square is 484. 484 minus 18 square 324. 324. Our 484 minus 324. 160. Therefore, R is square root of 160, and square root of 160 is 12.6 approximately. So the radius of this cone is 12.6. The surface area, therefore, which is pi r squared plus pi rl, will be 3.142 times the radius, which is 12.6, then plus 3.142 times the radius, 12.6, times the slant height, 18. Okay, putting that into calculator, I suppose to square this 12.6 square, and 12.6 square should give us 16. So it's the square root of 16 that give us that. So 160 should give us 160, not 16. So the square of that 160. 160 times 3.142. 502 502.7 approximately, plus 3.142 times 12.6 times 18, 712.6. 712.6. And let's add them up. Plus 502.7, 1215.3, 1215.3 yard square. Okay, the volume V is 1/3 pi r square h, which is 1/3 times 3.142 times the radius. We calculated it to be 12.6. So 12.6 square times the height, which is 22. And 12.6 square is 160. 160 times 22 times 3.142 equal to 11059.8, and divided by 3. 3686.6. 3686.6 yard cube is the volume of this cone. And that brings us to the end of this very lesson. I hope you found it useful. If you do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you get more of this. Also, click the like button and share it with your learned colleagues. God bless you.